Tyson actually called me the other day and wants me to help him with his training camp. So that's...
The news that Tyson Fury would fight Francis Ngannou in a boxing ring in Saudi Arabia sent shockwaves through the combat sports community. Well, it doesn't take much to get a fight fan's heart racing. Just mention a battle between two of the most dangerous fighters in their respective sports. Fury has never been beaten, and he is widely regarded as the finest boxer in the heavyweight division anywhere in the world. On the other hand, Ngannou left the UFC as a heavyweight champion and chose to pursue battles outside of the octagon, where he believes he has a better chance of winning more fields. The two men will compete against one another in a fight that will have the combat sport community talking for months. And while there are certainly many positive aspects to this battle, there are also some obvious negatives. Thus, let's examine the breakdown of this crossover fight and the reasons why it will be one-sided. Why Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou will be one-sided. As soon as it was announced that Tyson Fury will be fighting Francis Ngannou, the developments of this historic encounter have been delivering one stunning turn of events after another. Recently, the heavyweight fighter for the UFC, Tom Aspinall, gave an interview to TNT Sport. There, he discussed his plans for the future, including his comeback to the UFC. In addition, the allegations he made concerning the battle between Fury and Ngannou caught everyone by surprise. Aspinall believes that Ngannou has a slight puncher's chance, which is an acknowledgement of the strong punching power that Ngannou has.
Slight puncher's chance for Ngannou. I don't think he has much of a puncher's chance, you know what I mean?
He swiftly added, despite this, that he does not feel Ngannou is capable of defeating Fury. It is interesting to note that Tyson Fury personally contacted Aspinall in order to request his help in the training camp. And Aspinall said that he was prepared to provide his assistance to Fury, and assured him that they will go into deeper detail on the training plans during their next meeting. He said, "Tyson actually called me the other day, wants me to help him with his training camp, so that will be interesting. We're going to give him a ring next week, and we'll look over what he wants to do, or whatever." Despite the fact that Aspinall is aware of Ngannou's potential to score a knockout, he stressed the difficulty of scoring a clean blow on Fury, whom he views as the undisputed champion of the fight. He said this, "Fair play to Ngannou for getting what he wants, but I don't think he has got a puncher's chance, of course. He hits like a truck, but he's got to be able to land it exactly, and Fury is a master." Francis Ngannou has released a cautionary statement. Aspinall is of the opinion that Ngannou does not have a chance, while Ngannou himself is of the opposite opinion.
If he's not taking this seriously, I think he might get surprised and get some regrets for his life.
The former champion of the UFC gave an interview to TMZ Sport and delivered a warning to Tyson Fury before their next battle, utmost seriousness, or risk having second thoughts about his choice. He said, "Tyson has said a lot of things. He better just get ready for October 28th, because if he's not taking this seriously, I think he might get surprised and get some regrets for his life. I'm impressed to see how people are counting me out of this, and it also gets me excited." In addition to this, a large number of professional fighters took Tyson Fury's side in the upcoming bout. The bag was secured by Francis Ngannou. It is difficult to identify many other fighters who have a greater narrative than Ngannou, and this has helped him become a fighter who is recognized and appreciated by both his colleagues and fans alike. It was a calculated risk for him to become a free agent because he believed that the UFC was not providing him with a deal that was commensurate with his value. In MMA, there were no big fights available outside of the UFC, but when Ngannou left the promotion, it gave him the opportunity to pursue his longtime ambition of boxing. Since a long time ago, Ngannou and Fury have been teasing the possibility of a battle between them. Nevertheless, the logistics have always appeared a little bit complicated, particularly regarding the money aspect. Therefore, the presence of money from Saudi Arabia, which undoubtedly makes many people uneasy, at a time when Fury does not have a mandatory opponent for his WBC championship, allowed everything to fall into place. Even though the exact financial details of this battle have not been made public, it is quite evident that Ngannou's gamble was well worth it. A showdown like you've never seen before. It is difficult to ignore the fascinating aspect of this bout, despite the fact that it is unlikely to contribute much to the legacies of either man in their respective sport. There has been an element of healthy competition between the two sports for as long as mixed martial arts has been around. This competition has, for the most part, been based on pointless arguments on both sides, with each side's arguments stemming from a lack of interest or expertise of the other. But we have seen a lot of crossover bouts throughout the course of so many years, with boxers competing against mixed martial artists. From Randy Couture's embarrassing throttling of James Toney at UFC 118, to former UFC champion Tim Sylvia being knocked out in 10 seconds by Ray Mercer at Adrenaline MMA 3, to Vitor Belfort's battling of an elderly Evander Holyfield, to the mega fight between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, and so on and so forth. However, we've never seen the heavyweight division's competitors, who are generally considered to be the finest, competing against one another in the ring. In addition, heavyweight champions are often an enduring attraction. Mayweather vs. McGregor, for instance, was the most commercially significant fight because it featured two of the best fighters in the world. While Fury vs. Ngannou won't generate as much cash as that fight did, it will nonetheless bring the type of excitement that can only come from a battle between heavyweights. Their seats for the whole of the battle between Fury and Ngannou, and the ability to stop a fight at any given moment. Does Ngannou have a chance? When one takes into consideration the aforementioned fascination that is developed by two heavy-handed heavyweights, one also has to take into consideration the fact that there is very little intrigue if a straight boxing bout breaks out. During a battle when both fighters are hurling bombs, there's a good chance that Ngannou will hit a flush shot that will cause Fury to be shaken. For example, even though Deontay Wilder is known as one of the most powerful pound-for-pound punchers in boxing history, Tyson Fury was able to get up after being knocked down more than once by Wilder. Thus, if Fury comes to the conclusion that he has no intention of standing flat in front of Ngannou, then Ngannou is in for a very long night. Boxers who have competed at the greatest level for their whole careers have expressed confusion over Fury's defensive strategies. Given this information, what other options does Ngannou actually have if he can't land a bomb? And is he capable of landing a blow that will harm Fury more than Wilder's punches did over the course of 3 fights? Well, a puncher's chance is a chance, but this bout has the potential to become a one-sided affair in favor of Fury, and it's quite probable that this will happen. Mike Tyson reveals his thoughts on the fight. Mike Tyson, a star in heavyweight boxing and former champion in the sport, was stopped by TMZ Sports and was asked to choose a winner in the upcoming boxing battle between Francis Ngannou and Tyson Fury. I have to ask, does Francis Ngannou have any chance against Fury? The TMZ reporter questioned Mike, and Mike responded by saying,
"Anything's possible."
Thus, the reporter from TMZ also inquired as to whether or not Tyson would be interested in serving as the referee for the hypothetical match. And Mike Tyson said dryly,
"You never know."
Anthony Joshua wasn't impressed with the upcoming fight. When it came to the news of Tyson Fury's next bout, Anthony Joshua could not help but voice his disappointment. Joshua, who provided his opinion on the battle during the announcement news conference for his rematch with Dillian Whyte, said that it is a bout that has been faced with a lot of criticism within the boxing industry. He said the following, "I have 3 thoughts. 1. I shouldn't give a F. It's none of my business. Number 2. Why? He should have been fighting for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. And 3, if we're acknowledging his business, good luck to the man. Do your thing. If it's right for him, what's it got to do with me?" Let us know in the comments below whether you believe Fury or Ngannou will emerge victorious in this bout. And that wraps things up. We appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Please hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one.